The ocean has many secrets. It is beautiful, serene, and vast, with most of it left unexplored. Brave adventurers and thrill seekers have dived into its depths to discover the ocean's secrets. Many of them have told stories of things undiscovered or items from the surface that have been long forgotten. Today's video brings you some of the mysterious discoveries found underwater. The whalefish. The common conception is that all whales are large, right? Well, not all whales are large. There is a mysterious little fish called the whalefish. It is very small compared to a humpback or a beluga. It only grows to lengths of 16 inches. The whalefish gets its name due to its shape and other surprises you are about to discover. Experts have been looking at the whalefish since 1895, but it took them more than a century to unlock its secrets. The whalefish has its habitat 3,280 feet away from the ocean's surface. In this same part of the ocean, marine scientists have also discovered a creature known as the tape-tail in 1956. Then in 1966, they found the big-nosed fish. These three creatures do not look anything alike, but scientists discovered that they were all from the same family as studies on them continued. The tape-tail, whalefish, and big-nosed fish are all related. This is an example of sexual dimorphism and metamorphism. All this while, experts have wondered why there weren't any male whalefish. They have come across female big noses, and all of the tape-tails discovered were children. The answer has been right there all along. The whalefish and big-nosed fish mate to produce the tape-tail, continuing the life cycle. The barrel-eye fish. The barrel-eye fish is also known as Macropina microstoma. It made headlines in 2021 with a mysterious and intriguing fact about its vision. The barrel-eye fish looks like it has squinty little eyes from the outside, but this couldn't be farther from the truth. The barrel-eye fish can grow up to 6 inches and lives 2,600 feet from the ocean's surface. The area is called the Twilight Zone because of the lack of sunset. The barrel-eye fish needs the sunlight, especially when it needs to catch a meal, but this is where its extraordinary eyesight comes in. This fish has a tubular structure in its glass-like head. Its eyes. Its eyes are pointing upwards, not forwards or sideways like most fishes. The barrel-eye fish uses its upward-pointing eyes to hunt for prey. Things become downright freaky when the barrel-eye fish goes hunting. The tubular structure in its head can be repositioned so the eyes face forward. The fish literally has eyes at the back of its head and is quite hard to run away from. Roopkund lake skeletons. This next story is a mystery that has been around for a long while. Even where it was found adds more mystery to the mix. High up in the Himalayan mountains in the Uttarakhand state, if you somehow made it here, you would be 16,500 feet above the ground, enough to make you lightheaded. That would leave you unprepared for what awaits you. You will find hundreds of skeletons that have been frozen in time. The icy conditions at this altitude have preserved some of the flesh on the bones, making things more disgusting. You might be wondering why we are talking about a mountaintop when we have been talking about underwater mysteries all this while. The thing is, Roopkund Lake is located at the top of this mountain. Shocking, right? When the temperature gets warm, the water level drops, and this is when you can see these skeletons. The human skeletons consist of middle-aged adults and some elderly people as of 1942. The result of a study was published in 2019, showing some basic data on the age of these skeletons. These skeletons are not all from the same periods. Some are a whole century older than others. The deduction is that these skeletons are travelers from different parts and eras of the world who, for some reason, met their demise at the Roopkund Lake. Some of those bones may be Indian troops who launched a failed invasion of Tibet back in 1841. Eameslift hendricka. No matter how big and strong your boat is, the ocean always wins in the end. The ocean is so powerful that it can swallow the mightiest vessels. Eameslift hendricka hails from the Netherlands. It is the vessel in a recent voyage that almost ended in a disaster. We always hear tales about the sea where the crew of a boat would need rescue, but in this case, both the crew and the boat needed saving. The ship was traveling from Germany to Norway. It was transporting a load of cargo, including another boat. There were approximately 400 tons of oil and fuel on board the ship. This was in 2021, just 6 years after the boat was built. The crew found themselves in the middle of a nasty swell, and they realized that the sea could tip them over. They immediately radioed for help. Eameslift hendricka was 60 miles away from Norway when the drama began. 12 crew on board had to be rescued by helicopter. 4 weren't so lucky and had to take an unplanned swim to safety. The ship had to be saved because of its cargo, which would be dangerous to aquatic life and people on land if it sank. 2 tugs guided Eameslift hendricka so it could live to cruise on the ocean another day. Bimini Road. Ever wondered where the famous city of Atlantis disappeared to? Some experts argued that this fabled city never existed, but others believe it is out there somewhere. Could it be somewhere in the Bahamas? That question doesn't seem so far-fetched because a road was discovered underwater in 1968 that people believe belongs to the ancient civilization that has been submerged. This road is located near North Bimini Island, 18 feet underwater. It is made of limestone blocks arranged in what appears to be a line. It seems citizens might have traveled along this line of laid limestones that stretch for about half a mile. Some people speculate that this Bimini Road was a wall, or at least remnants of a wall. The Bimini Road was analyzed by experts, and they reached a surprising but sad conclusion. They concluded that the Bimini Road is a natural phenomenon caused by erosion and not a man-made creation as most people believed. While the mystery seems solved, it opens up more questions about the power of Mother Nature to shape the Earth in intriguing and strangely precise ways. Deep Sea Locomotive Graveyard. In the state of New Jersey, there is a mystery going on, and it has been dubbed the New Jersey Deep Sea Graveyard. It was discovered by Paul Helper in 1985. Paul wanted to map out the bottom of the New Jersey coast when he came across two large locomotives. When he dove down, he found that they were Planet Class 222T models. This is a rare model of train, and one of the oldest models of steam engine trains made in the U.S. These trains were perfectly upright, making it look as if they were laid to rest intentionally, but it is unclear if that is the case. Multiple research dives have been made to these trains, but all research points to the same thing. No one knows how they got there. One of the proposed theories is that they fell off from a ship, but no severe damage was noted on the trains to show that something like that happened. The trains were not reported as missing or lost, so that theory doesn't hold water. Underwater Stonehenge. Stonehenge is a stone monument of questionable origin. We don't know how it came to be or what purpose it serves. The real Stonehenge can be found in England, but the underwater Stonehenge can be found underwater. It is also a strange monument made of stone with questionable origins. In 2007, two scientists discovered the structure in Lake Michigan in the United States, and they were pretty shocked with their discovery. Mark Holley, a professor of underwater archaeology at Northwestern Michigan University College, discovered this underwater mystery with his colleague, Brian Abbott. They were searching for shipwrecks with sonar equipment when they found the monument. The monument has been discovered for over a decade, and there are still no answers to what it is, what it isn't, who built it, when it was built, and why it was built. Researchers have been studying these monuments, but it only gets more mysterious with every closer look. Researchers found what appears to be the drawing of a mastodon on the part of the structure. If this drawing is real and can be verified, this would mean that this monument is about 10,000 years old. Tahiti Twilight Zone. This place is located in the warm and friendly climate of Tahiti. In 2022, experts discovered something really cool down among the spongy and squiddy inhabitants of an underwater environment. Located about 213 feet away from the ocean's surface is a coral reef that proved to be a true eye-opener. Corals with a rose shape were sighted. These roses combine to create an underwater spectacle and are approximately 6 feet wide. They make up an epic reef of about 2 miles in length and 200 feet wide. This place was thought to be too remote for corals to live in, so scientists are shocked to find something so beautiful in this location. Coral reefs in the world are under threat thanks to rising temperatures of the ocean, so scientists must be thrilled about this golden opportunity to examine such a stretch of unique corals.